Madam Chairperson, I stand here to deliberate on the Bill Central Education Institutes Reservation in Teachers Cadre Bill 2019. Again, this bill emanates from an ordinance which was promulgated on March 7th, 2019. This was given effect to because of judgments, one of Allahabad High Court, which was again conquered by the Supreme Court of India. Subclause C of Clause 6 and Subclause A of Clause 8 of UGC Guidelines 2006 provides that the cadre or unit for determining reservation roster points in teaching posts in central universities should be the university or college and not the department or subject. However, the said clause were quashed by Allahabad High Court on 7th April 2017, and this was upheld by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court took a stand, madam, that the cadres cannot be combined for the purpose of reservation. In a way, this cast aspersion on the decision of the UGC. Thus, this government says adversely impacted the teaching process and academic standards. I have heard the minister explain in detail about the vacancies that has been caused because of these two High Court and Supreme Court judgment. But I would like to understand how the standards have been hampered, academic standard have been hampered, and teaching process has been hampered. Is it because of the vacancies of around 7,000 that has actually hampered, or there is something else that needs to be explained? And after the ordinance was promulgated, how many such posts have been filled up? When there is vacancy of more than 7,000 teaching profession, how many have been actually recruited within last 3 to 4 months' time? For reservation of post in direct recruitment of teachers, out of the sanctioned strength in central educational institutions, a central institution will be regarded as one unit, not one department of that institution. That is the crux of the bill today for consideration. The necessity of promulgation of ordinance has been put forth by the government. One can never justify ordinance. It is an executive order which is imposed on the country without the popular support. Ordinance was promulgated before the election. You were sure, or were you so sure that you will be coming back to power and you will be piloting this bill for concurrence of this House? Let us understand. Let us understand that this ordinance could have waited for so long. The vacancy of 7,000 did not arise immediately. Vacancies are there, and we have heard during last Lok Sabha, members have been ventilating their anger that for a specific department, advertisements were being made. Specific institutions, advertisements were being made, not to fill up the total vacancy that was there in that institution or that university. It was partly done, and that was one of the major reasons why people had gone to Allahabad High Court and subsequently Supreme Court took cognizance of it. Are you tiding over that problem? I don't find any mention of that whenever advertisement will be made, it will be made for the full strength that is sanctioned, and accordingly so that the reserved category can get recruited in that university. Madam Chair, but you were in a hurry. Then tell us how many teachers have been recruited after the ordinance came into force? And what is the time plan that within such and such month's time, most of the vacancies will be filled up? In Odisha, very recently, there is a central university in Koraput. member from Koraput also is present here. Large number of vacancies are there. I think that university is only functioning with only 11 or 12 teachers. A central university, can you imagine, is functioning with only 10 or 12 teachers. And how best that university can be, one can very well imagine. The Supreme Court took a stand that cadres cannot be combined for the purpose of reservation. Some find merit in this contention, but because of this process of recruitment had come to a complete standstill, leaving more than 7,000 faculty vacancies in various central universities, this has adversely affected the teaching process and academic standards. But here I come to one clause which needs little bit of elaboration, that is clause 3. In clause 3, where actually the crux of the bill is very much mentioned, are in two parts. One is, notwithstanding anything in any other law for the time being in force, there shall be reservation of posts in direct recruitment out of the sanctioned strength in teachers' cadre in a central educational institution to the extent and in the manner as may be specified by central government by notification. Whereas, in the beginning of the bill, it is mentioned, and I was given to understand, that it is UGC which actually determines about the manner, as may be the manner and extent to which recruitment will be done. But here, in this clause 3, it is categorically mentioned the central government by notification in the official gazette. That means whether HRD ministry will be doing this notification or the UGC will be empowered to do the notification, this needs a bit of clarification. Second point is, for the purpose of reservation of post, a central educational institution shall be regarded as one unit. I support this because for one unit, when an advertisement will be done, recruitment will be made, it should be made for the totality of the vacancy that is there. With these words, I conclude.
धन्यवाद. आज श्रीमती सुप्रिया सुले जी